Welcome back, YouTube. General Soul back with Lunar Eternal Blue Remastered. I'm going to make a couple of changes to my setup. I was going to have the Black Dragon crest for a specific enemy in the next dungeon we're going to, except that you don't get any experience for killing that enemy, so don't do that. One change I would definitely make, there is an enemy that we will face a lot that can mute party members, and they're faster than most of your party members. You will want to put on items that will protect against mute. One thing that I do here in my setup is I put one on Jean. Don't do that. Put it on Hero. We don't. In fact, I would protect Jean and Hero after going through the dungeon. Lamina already has some built-in protection with her equipment, and so does Ronfar. Leo is honestly going to be our most useless party member for most of this next dungeon. So, Jean doesn't really need the protection from mute all that much, but there was one part where I wanted her to do something and she got muted and couldn't do it. But anyway, this is Lionhead's dungeon. This is that one that's near Neo Vein that we stopped by. So we have Working Stiffs and Mummy Lord. Go after the Mummy Lord. It's the one that's a different color. It has about 1500 HP. You kill it, the Working Stiffs go as well, just like the first dungeon of the game. So, Burning Rage, and then just send everyone after the Mummy Lord. The Working Stiffs are faster than everyone in your party, and these are the ones that do the mute. The reason you will want to protect Hero from mute is there is another enemy that the Mummy Lords will generally be paired up with, and you will actually want Hero to use magic on it. And if he gets muted, that makes that fight a lot harder. This fight, it's not that bad, because all we have to do is just kill the Mummy Lord and they're all dead. So that's one of the new enemies here, and I highly suggest healing after every battle. Get them to full health, if not, or as close to full health as you can. Because those Mummy Lords, if they gang up on one person, they're dead. Here we have Mutant Turtle. Mutant Turtles resist physical. This is the group that you want Hero to use magic. Because if he uses physical, he's not going to do anything. So, have Hero use Super Cyclone. Ronfar doesn't really do much at all in this dungeon. I just have him defend. Jean, set her on the Working Stiffs. She's able to kill each one by herself. Have Lamina use Catastrophe, and Leo is cleanup. When you get a level up or two, Leo will not do anything in this battle, but at the power that we are right now, Leo will do just enough damage after everything is done to kill the turtles, and Jean will kill the Working Stiffs herself.
Ferocious wind!
There is one more new enemy in this dungeon, and it is on this floor, and it is what we were initially going to use the Black Dragon crest for, but there is a better way where we can get the XP for killing it, and we want this XP. This thing is similar to Shiro's in that they give you a ton of XP, but they're not as hard to kill. Well, kind of hard to kill like Chiros. But unlike Chiros cannot be killed with an instant death skill like Hero's Concussion. This enemy can. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and get him to top. And there it is. You may consider making a save before you fight this. I didn't really have a problem, but use Concussion Sword and put everyone else on defend. Hero should then go first and instantly kill this thing. I have yet to have an instance where it doesn't instantly die. As you see, it gives 22,222 experience. Chiros give 33,333 experience. So Chiros are still better for the level grinding, but those things are a lot easier. And that is all the new enemies. So now we are traveling through this dungeon looking for more equipment. This is a dungeon that technically to get through the epilogue you don't have to do. But we want to go through this anyway, not just for the gear, but there is a trophy that we will complete inside this place. Now that we're through that main part, this is where we're going to start getting our loot for this dungeon. So the way this works is the path leads you to a room with a treasure chest and an enemy. Kill the enemy, loot your chest. In this chest we get the fantasy ribbon. We're going to put that on Lamina. Yeah, pretty good. And you want to hit the switch that is not glowing that moves that walkway around so that you can get to the next room. That's the way this one works. You have to hit each switch to move the walkway so that you can make your way around to the other side. No treasure in this room, but there will be treasure in other rooms, and a lot of this, again, is some of the best gear in the game. The chest in this room contains the miracle bandana. Give that to Ronfar. After killing that enemy, this chest, after we heal, definitely don't be afraid to use your starlights. We'll be going to Vane after we get done with this dungeon to replenish people's MP. But this chest contains Loon's armlet, and this is for Jean. In this chamber here, the chest contains a holy shield. This is for Leo. Alright, so we are on the face of the lion statue, and that chest right there contains our trophy. What trophy does it contain, you ask? Collecting all 22 bromides. There is a 23rd bromide, but the trick that you do to try and get that bromide, because it's very well hidden, even the official strategy guide doesn't mention it, but the trick to getting it is either that bromide has been removed in the remaster, or it doesn't exist, or the way to get it is different. You would go to Vane, where Miriam and this is our boss, by the way, and I could have made this a lot easier, but I didn't change my setup at all. We just went in. This enemy is weak to magic, resists physical, but Hero's triple sword will still do more damage than his magic. Jean's kinda just nerfed here. And we're going to do an Earth Prayer on Leo as well. So Burning Rage, Divine Litany, Slam Dance, Triple Sword, and I do Earth Prayer with Leo, and then we're just going to beat the shit out of this thing. For the most part, it's going to focus all of its attacks on Hero. It does have one attack where it will attack everyone. Uh, just keep Hero healed up, and you should have no problem. I mean, yeah, he's not taking as much damage as other enemies did, but we're still doing a decent chunk to him. So now with Ronfar, if I had remembered to put the crest and dagger on so that I had the fractured armor, we could have made it a little bit easier by lowering this enemy's defense, but I didn't even think about changing my equipment. I could have also put the Fiend Armlet on Hero so that he'd be even more beefy. Just be sure to have Jean give him a passion fruit first thing. One thing to be aware of with this enemy is one of his attacks can put Hero to sleep, so be ready to wake him up. But what I was saying about the hidden bromide, go to the room where we got Lamina back in the epilogue, and in the very back is a green like tapestry on the wall. In the PS1 version, if you press X and circle alternating repeatedly, then you'll hear a sound of you got something, and it's a hidden bromide of Borgin. A lot nicer looking than the one we got from him. But like I said, for some reason, either the way to get it is different in the remaster, or it's been removed entirely because I did that and I couldn't get that bromide. Overall, this boss isn't too hard. Again, if I had fixed up my setup a little bit, this is the attack that hits everybody, so be ready to heal with Ronfar after that turn. But yeah, if I had made a little change to my setup, probably could have beaten this enemy a little quicker. But we did end up taking him down. When I ran out of magic for Soul Blade and Triple Sword on Hero and Leo, I then just started using Cross Boomerang and Rock Cobra. One thing I would suggest to do differently is this is the spell that puts people to sleep. So after I heal, next turn I'm going to have to wake up Hero. One thing I would suggest doing differently, even if you don't want to change your setup at all, have Lamina use ice arrows instead of the flame skill that I'm using, because he does seem to take more damage from ice than fire, even though he's weak to both.
Happy hour! Taste my blade! Athena's blessing. Let the roars of the earth be heard!
Alright, now that the boss is dead, we can get our treasure. We have a starlight. Our 4th healing ring. So now everyone can get healed up. I don't know why I still have the heal ring on Hero. I don't need it because I have the Goddess Crest and Athena Sword. It gives me the healing ability of a heal ring, plus I attack 6 times. What the hell was I thinking? Fierce Fist, this is for Jean, and there is some trick to this because it seems a lot weaker. I need to research this one. There's some trick to it. It's either stronger. It appears it's either stronger the less health Jean has or the more health. I don't know. I have to research that one to see if that one's even worth it. I put it on her right now. I didn't notice a difference in power, so I just need to do some research to see if what's the deal with the Fierce Fist. But after, yeah, see, there's no change after I healed her up. There was no change when she was lower health. I don't know if she needs to be critical health. I really don't want to have her staying at low health throughout the course of this game. If you hit that switch, that will get that little spike room rotated where we can start making our way back to the entrance if you just want to walk out. Only reason that I'm doing this is because there's one more enemy right here to take out. And then you can hit this switch right here, and this will take you back to the maze part before we entered this room. But I'm going to end the video here. Drop a like if you're enjoying the walkthrough. Feel free to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys next time as we go for our next dungeon. See you guys then.